What up, fam? Building Jabba's sail barge. Now, before you continue with this video, this isn't a detailed review. So if you're looking for that type of information, click off now. And I recommend any of my friends or peers that have the sail barge out on YouTube. So recently I woke up and realized that I was supposed to do something with this new UCS Jabba sail barge, since LEGO did send it for me to review. But that's not my cup of tea, and I don't want to be doing that. So instead, I waited until I was allowed to bring this out into public. Shout out to Brickmaster Harry for getting my back on that one. And figured, why not let other people build this unreleased set with me? So I immediately thought to myself, let's find some older war veterans who were old enough to watch the original Return of the Jedi in the theaters in the early 80s. I drove to my local VFW, or Veteran of Foreign Wars, and they were closed. Closed Tuesday and Wednesday. Ugh, damn veterans. So since this was a bust, I decided to check out another one. And closed too. Wasted time. Now I'm about to lose sunset, so I decided to go to one of my favorite hangouts. I chose this table on the patio, set this box up for people to see, and just started building. Just gotta say, I got a lot of looks, but more from the interest of what I was doing, especially with the shock value that I'm building a large Lego set in a bar/restaurant. And every now and then, I invited people to just simply build with me, and we just talk about life. Eventually, my club brother showed up, and I let them take over for a bit. At least I got some veterans into building tonight. The next day, I thought it was a good idea to bring this set to work with me. Yeah, my actual day job. And maybe get some of my colleagues into the build and give them an outlet to relax a little bit from our workload. So during our breaks or whenever they needed a breather, a Lego brick was placed. And every time, after a couple minutes of building, they returned to work relaxed and ready to take on the day. Well, for a few minutes at least. But after work, I got into Bearder Bricks' podcast live show, Building with Beards.
Yo. What is up, everybody?
And got into the topic of how could LEGO do military while I build a barge. But eventually the sail barge did come into discussion.
The side of it is literally just a plate with a bunch of random tiles stuck on it.
I like the front. They sculpted the front really well. The size is a bit underwhelming.
Okay, I'm gonna let you know, this is actually pretty big. I think it's not as small as everyone perceives it to be, because I thought the same thing, that it was small, but it's 30 inches long.
I'm a huge fan of that interior, though.
The interior is really cool. Yeah,
it's Star Wars version of a pirate ship.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I just don't like it.
I mean, right now I'm referencing the actual thing. It's looks as close as you can make it on Lego form.
This is a perfect example of Lego not using stickers, which we always wanted them to use without stickers. This is what an unstickered set looks like, because all the other sail barges had stickers on all those tiles, which we all complained about. So they listened to us, and they're basically, I feel like this could be like them saying, this is what you get without stickers. I don't know how to feel about Princess Leia about to go shoot some hoops or something.
I'm going to be honest with you. If I buy this set, these figs right here are the sole purpose.
But once the show was over, I decided to build on my own for a little bit to make some headway. And well, I started to enjoy the process. Now, unlike many LEGO Star Wars UCS sets, most of the time you're building just a frame, hoping to start laying down plates to get the shape of the build as quickly as you can. But with the barge, right after you build the base, you get to enjoy the interior of the ship, like what you see in a modular building. So the next day after work, I dropped in on my pops, who is also a Vietnam War vet himself. Now, he's not one to want to Lego build, but he's not going to pass up on this father-son time. And I know for sure he saw Return of the Jedi on release day. I did have to help him out every now and then, but after a while he got the hang of it. And it was fun, reflecting on the short time that I have with my own son, before he becomes more independent as the years go on. But when my pops was finally over it, I decided to get some coffee. So why not go to my favorite spots, Inicio Coffee in Pacoima. I'm literally here every day on the way to work and coming from. It's not even near where I live. That's how good the coffee is. And no, they are not sponsoring this video. So I asked the owner Hannah if she wanted to build and allow others to take part as well. But coffee and Lego, I'm in my happy place. Later on that evening, I got with Sean and Brand from a couple of Brickheadz, and we took a deep dive into the barge.
It seems that's the biggest complaint, and we'll get into that. And I challenge the price thing a little bit. I mean, is $500 on an island a lot of money? Yes, it is. Is it a lot of money to everybody in all cases? Most people, yes, it is. But what I want to get into is like the comps and what's out there. And everybody's like, this thing's going to be tiny. what was the? Did you give a numerical score to this set yet? I forget.
I think you did.
I thought it was high. Yeah.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, I think like a 9.2.
All you guys, you know what the 2013 like sort of trades for right now, and it's probably around 500, right? Tyler?
I think it's high threes.
Yeah, I know, but just think about it. Just the used condition figures from that set is pushing 350. I mean,
I don't know. I've seen a lot of people say it's smaller or whatever, and I'm like, no, it's not.
They like I just wish people would say like I don't like it, I'm not interested in it, but man, they knocked it out of the park. And I know that's a lot of
a really good job outside of missing a couple characters and the eyes on Salacious Crumb.
But the C-3PO being like the cheapest version we can get is pretty criminal.
So
it's still inaccurate. Here we go.
They're
CPA, the biggest hater. It's still inaccurate, Sean. I'll fake
Shai's making some progress up there.
Yeah, he is. Look at him. Look at him getting on top of that. Here, Shai, let me full screen you, man. It's respectable.
He's making some progress.
Yeah, like this is some weight here. Man.
That's all I got.
Shout out to the Pixar. He's got the Pixar lamp in the background. You know,
I already said his whole backstory. Yeah. I get it. Regardless of like Lego in 2024 is just expensive. I get it, but like this just, I don't know, man. It has more of a $400 vibe. I mean, dude, think about the cantina, and I get the cantina
that $400 feel.
It just does. I mean, the cantina, I get it. It was years ago, but we got like 22 freaking figures in that.
This set just should have included the skiff thing all in one, and even if it had to be more expensive, I think if it's everything together, you don't question it.
But this was something I wasn't gonna buy for myself, to be honest. And I am.
Oh, now you're a Barge hater. This is ridiculous.
No. I wasn't gonna buy it. I have nowhere to put this. Like it's cool. I'm down for the fight and all, but it's just not something that I wanted. No one says I can't give this away. So I'm gonna give to someone who's been harping on this for months, has been kind of going through stuff from behind the scenes, and that's Sean. So come day of release, I am going to break this down and send it your way, bro. You can have it.
No, what?
You can have this thing when I'm done, dude. It's yours.
Now, what do you do about the GWP?
Yeah,
you can buy that for $100. It's got a
Are you serious, bro?
What was funny is he's like, I want to say this before Brent leaves, and I thought he was gonna say, I'm gonna give this to Brent.
Yeah,
because he made me stay.
But the next day, to continue with my building, I invited myself on London Calling with Greg or London Bridge Bricks. And once again dove deep into the sail barge.
Oh, it's a nice new hairpiece, actually, isn't it?
Love the hairpiece, guys.
So if I just say let me just take the head and hairpiece off that one.
Always gonna make the
and
perfect
switch it. So this is the old one with the new head and new hairpiece.
That is the perfect one, isn't it? Matt says, he goes, the thing is though, as it stands with other UCS sets, it really isn't that bad of a price.
I think if the difference was having the dual mold or not having her in the set, I think everyone would much rather have it as it is. If that was what had to be done, then I think everyone can compromise with it.
What, the C3 player hasn't got the dual molded leg like they have done for the Land Speeder, sorry, and just the recent buildable 3PO as well. It seems a bit of an odd choice for a UCS set.
It's little things like that when you look at the prices, like that just gone that little extra mile.
One brick stud. He said it's not overpriced. It's just expensive. I think that's the perfect quote for this particular set.
I don't know. I don't think it's priced right still. Like I can't get over the fact that there's like 21 more minifigures in the Daily Bugle.
I'm very lucky to have a nice Jabba from Jabba's Palace. Both Slave Leias. I have everyone's favorite blue elephant. It's cute. It's huge, which goes back to where the heck do people put all these UCS sets?
Mos Eisley's still out there. I think it's retiring this year. But that's only just over 700 pieces more, and it's £344, and it comes with 21 minifigures.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, at the minute, if I was going to get a UCS one, I'd probably go for that one.
Shai, has our stream, has this particular podcast, has London Calling kind of represented what the other streams have said as well?
Yeah, I mean, I think I think that unanimously, everyone doesn't really like the price point. And everyone has pretty much something different to kind of wish would be different. But, you know, it's the argument of justification is pretty much similar. So, yeah. And since the show was over and I had a little bit left to do, I figured I'd reach out to one more Lego fan to build with. This time around, a fellow veteran Lego YouTuber who lives close to me. I hit him up and invited myself over. And like the Marine that I am, I let the army mop up my tasks. This is Blox Bricks. He's an Army infantry veteran himself. He loves Lego, he loves motorcycles, but he chose Indian over Harley. Now, Ed himself was excited to build this set, but more so to spend time with another Lego fan. We swapped the war stories and continued to enjoy the build. And when I finally got home, I only had a few bags left to finally finish the sail barge. I added the finishing touches and put it on display. And I gotta hand it to Lego, this set is actually pretty cool. But the way the economy is right now, at least here in the United States, a lot of us are kind of mindful of spending extraordinary like this type of money on something, so we might be a little bit more critical on a set that we're not entirely 100% happy with.
If you had the choice, I come along, I say, here you go, Shy, here's £430. You can only buy one of those 4 sets. Which one would you most likely go for?
Rivendell.
Yeah.
I mean, like that we can all agree is a perfect set. So even if they were to price it slightly higher, I think we would still defend it. Sean, I hope you enjoyed this set. Thanks, Lego, for sending this early my way for all of us to enjoy. Play well.